And we take a look now at some of our Alaska news for this Tuesday morning. The Anchorage police put out a report on Monday saying that they were looking for a 13-year-old runaway girl. She was last seen Saturday evening around 6:30 p.m. Also, an Alaska exploration company that is claiming millions of dollars are missing from two of their former executives have now sued them to get the money back. A winter storm that we talked about yesterday that slammed interior Alaska dropped somewhere between 7 and 9 inches in different places, travel advisories in place, and closed a couple of highways for a while. Meanwhile, the Elliott has been reopened, and the work was continuing to open the Steese. Also, there was an accident on Sunday that killed one and hurt two others on the Parks Highway down near Wasilla. A Native Issues Forum to discuss criminal justice reform is set for this week in Juneau. And an Australian mining company is eyeing a little plot about 60 miles south of Fairbanks, about 55 square miles, for possible gold mine. You know, they're a little explored area that they're eyeing for a deposit. They're saying at this point it's just exploration work, but they're very excited about the promise. There was an accident on Sunday in which a teenager was found pinned underneath his idling snow machine on a steep embankment. They could not revive him at the scene. When the EMTs got there, they couldn't revive him either. They said that the weather was absolutely horrible, up to whiteout conditions in some places. Do you know how Alaskan lawmakers use their leftover campaign cash? Well, according to state law, they're not supposed to be using it, at least certainly not for the things that they are. The latest report shows that they've been using it for lunches, for cell phones, for airport lounge fees, all kinds of things that they're kind of stretching the boundaries of what the law says they're supposed to do with it. And it's not just one or two, and it's not just one party. It's basically across the board. The former police chief in Fairbanks, Chief Aragon, who opened his own business and apparently used his time while he was the chief to promote his own business, which also competed with a service that the city police offered for free. Well, he has now broken his silence about the investigation, basically saying that it was a political thing. He, quote, had permission to do it. He said that in his heart of hearts, he doesn't think he did anything wrong. Looking at the Iditarod, of course, a lot of eyes are on the Seabees, father and son, Mitch and Dallas. One or the other has won the last 5, and they actually view each other as the top challenger. There was a 15-year-old who was arrested for mail theft over the weekend down in the valley, down there to the Wasilla-Palmer area. And it looks like the latest whale survey shows that there are some species that they didn't know were there, like the beach whale and the blue whale. And there's a lot of them, of course, more than they've seen in quite a while. Also, it looks like the memorial fund for that crew that was lost in the Bering Sea is getting some help from the Deadliest Catch. The TV show, one of the captains has started a fundraiser. They still haven't identified the 6 people on the crew that went missing when that boat went down. I believe it was just last week. Also, troopers are asking for help in finding an escaped Togiak inmate. Fellow apparently slipped out of his cell. And lastly, if you missed it, there was a NASA astronaut in Fairbanks. He did a presentation on Saturday over there at Pioneer Park. He's doing another one tomorrow, March 1st. It's going to be free at 5 in the evening over there at Pioneer Park if you want to go and hear about traveling to outer space. That's what we've got today. If you like what I'm doing, please become a supporter either through Patreon or by buying your direct subscription at radiofreespeech.com. Thanks.